All right, everyone, how about 3 quick cards and a bottom card with me? How about it? Let's see. I like to do this after the energy weather update. I hope I don't get more pastel dreams in here. That's pretty much all I can say about it, what I said earlier in the energy update. But here in the pre-shuffle, I said, what do you want to tell my people? Huh? Well, I got a 4 of cups. Okay. There's my favorite couple at the pond, and this guy not getting any, although she was willing. Right? Well, that's sort of what this is about. You're the blonde over here, blondie as I call her. Somebody who wasn't interested before was full of shit, and now all of a sudden they're manifesting. You got a wave of manifesting energy coming your way. Okay, what does that feel like? You suddenly start thinking about, I mean, it can play out a lot of different ways, but you suddenly start thinking about somebody. You suddenly get angry for no reason. Sometimes we get angry for no reason. When something we wanted to happen didn't happen, right? She's mad. She got home. She had to take the vibrator out. She didn't think she'd have to do any of that. You know? I mean, she epilated before she went to the thing, all cleaned up and nice. You know, you get mad. So you feel the residual anger that she felt when she went home, right, and had to break into the toy chest. It is what it is. I mean, it's you got a wave of somebody who wasn't interested, was completely full of shit. All right? And now you've got a wave of them trying to manifest you. All right? I think they succeed. I think that's what this is talking about. I don't know why, but I think you feel compelled to reach out to somebody. Not the other way around. I mean, roles can be reversed here. I'm not the fucking warlock on the hill, but I'm usually pretty good at separating incoming energy from people watching my reading, which is static energy, which is here. Which is what Flem the Parrot likes so much. Is why he falls asleep these days. He's sleeping right now during the fucking reading. Sound asleep over there. He likes you guys, right? But, you know, on the incoming energy side, I don't think, you know, he gets a little chirpy when I dive into that. And you've heard that on the videos, right? All of a sudden, out of nowhere, he just starts chirping and screeching or whatever he's doing. I think they succeed. I think you feel compelled to reach out to somebody. That's the way it feels. I feel compelled to reach out to them right now. I don't know. It's somebody who's very emotionally immature. It's a very powerful soulmate with the Hermit. That's a Page of Wands, and that's a King of Wands. It's a Burger King. Somebody's doing this on purpose. I will tell you exactly what's going on here, okay? Because I just read the energy right off of that. Right off of that, you got a powerful soulmate, right? They're trying to manifest you. They weren't interested. Now, that was bullshit. 7 swords crossing the 4 of cups. You know you want it, motherfucker. Right? They were interested. Now they're manifesting you to reach out to them because they're too much of a pussy to reach out to you. I mean, plain and simple. That's the energy that's here. They're chicken shit. Somebody's just trying to, and somebody wants to, again, the sun here. Somebody wants to be. This is one of the yes cards in the deck. Somebody here, look at the 10 of cups. Somebody wants to get it their way. The Burger King got to have it their way. But I read more off of the sun. Somebody wants to have the power. These guys, male or female, these King of Wands love power. Power corrupts. Always, especially if you love it. It always corrupts if you love it. You have to respect it. If you don't respect it, you become an asshole, or maniacal, or a fucking narcissist, one or the other. Either way, this person wants to have the power, emphasis on that word, the sun's very powerful, to say yes or no. Right? I think they say yes when you come in. In other words, they said no to you. Now they want to be the one who says yes to you so that they can feel better about themselves and not feel like, well, as I said, such a pussy. Because that's what they are. Plain and fucking simple. All right. Okay. Here we go. A puss. All right. Let's go. Let's shuffle the deck. Male or female, doesn't matter. Right? The dick chakra is shriveled up. It's gone. The masculine energy, tiny little thing. Okay. Let's see where we're at. We got both. We all have both. All right. Here we go. It's a general reading. May or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here or you found Steve's Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. Whenever you fucking find it, you're meant to find it. All right. Let's see where we go. So somebody here manifesting you to reach out. Very interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Let's see where we go. Three of Wands at the bottom. Why is that here? The Six of Wands. Yeah. They want to get on your ship, but they want you to invite them. You know what I'm saying? If they call you, I'm just using call as an example. I mean, they might do it with smoke signals. They may streak past your house. I mean, I don't fucking know. Text. These days, everything is text or emoji. You know, you get an emoji. Oh, I got an emoji. Right? It's an insult. You know, say something. Speak up. You know, these things are phones too, right? Phone, you remember phones? Alexander Graham Bell, you know. Ahoy, the first word ever said over. Ahoy, okay. That's how he wanted people to answer the phone, by the way. Ahoy. Okay, all right, I do it. You know, why not? I grant the man his wish, okay? They want to come out. There you are on Empress ship. They want you to invite them, right? Okay. All right, let's see where we go. This is crossing the center card. Very interesting. Nine of Wands. The Four of Swords. Somebody wants to fix something, but they want to make it seem like they're doing you a favor. All right? That's the core energy here. I'm not even going to pull on this. This is healing. Right? Somebody's going to do nothing to get off of this shore and onto your ship. You need to call this person. You do. They say yes. They'll come on the ship. But what does that tell you about who they are? You know, afraid to open up. You want to be in a relationship? You can't even have a friendship with somebody who's afraid to open up and closed off and keeps things from you. That's a scary friendship because you tend to trust friends with shit. You know, I mean, I've got somebody here very guarded, trying to appear strong. This tells me this is an energy right here. It's V'ing out of somebody who's hiding something. And you got communication. They want you to reach out. If you reach out, you might be able to tell. I don't know. You might want to trick them into reaching out to you. I'm not sure. Let's see. Let's pull on this. I'm not going to bother with that. So, anyway, it is what it is. Okay, let's see where we go. Nine of Wands. Why is it here? Let's see where we're at. Come on now. Three Swords. Now somebody's hurting. I mean, that's a simple read. The environmental energy. I asked what they're hiding when I shuffled. I mean, you heard me say, tell me about the Nine of Wands. I'm putting out there, what the fuck are they hiding? That's what I put out there. That's the environmental energy around it. It's Kurt Cobain in pain, right? Or Peppermint Patty. I don't want to alienate anybody. You know, I mean, it is what it is. Somebody's hiding pain over you, I'm sure. There's a lot of passion. I don't know who this person is, but I wasn't joking about the Four of Cups and the pre-shuffle. What's on top? Queen of Pentacles. And why is that here? The Magician. You can't take me literally, just catch my drift, but I'm pretty close. This is somebody who pretended they didn't hurt you for a long time and then for some reason has the face that they did. Or someone who pretended for a long time that you don't make them happy and has the face that they do. You're just there. This Queen of Pentacles is an energy of you won't go away. You're just there. Every time I go in the woods, there she is. Every time I come around the corner in the woods, there she is. You know, it is what it is. Doesn't she ever get up and have to take a pee or something? I mean, she's always in this fucking chair. Is she pissing in it? What the fuck's going on? Right? That's the thought process. That's the energy coming off of this person. It's all rooted in pain. It's all rooted in somebody. I mean, I could take it back to the Four of Cups and the pre-shuffle and say somebody feels stupid. Somebody with a big ego feels like a pussy. I got that. I got that off of the thing. They feel like a wuss, a wimp, a loser, right? And they don't like it. But they're not man or woman enough to fix it. So they want you to call so they could at least save some face and look like a big deal. It is so typical of the DMs, right? All right. This person, I will tell you, this person is in love with you. They are. I feel that. They got a lot of passion for you. They're definitely very attracted. We got a heart chakra energy that blends well. I think you feel the same way about them that they feel about you in the heart energy. All right. But I also think this person is, as much as they're in love with you, is equally, if not maybe slightly more, in love with themselves. Just a little bit. Okay, so keep that in mind when you're dealing with this person. I have no energy here that has gone on a dark night of the soul. It is another dimly lit evening of the dick chakra. Okay? But yeah, they're manifesting you to reach out. That's why you're getting this reading. All jokes and punchlines aside, that when somebody is doing that, when a high-level soulmate like this is doing that, you might feel compelled to reach out. I'm telling you this, I'm telling you this, the energy guy, was what my friends call me anyway, that or Stinky. I'm telling you this so that you can make a decision. You feel compelled to reach out, you reach out. I want you doing it because you want to, not because you feel compelled. You follow? Right? The energy coming from this person reads like a spell. I don't think they did a spell. They might have with this card coming out here. All right? There's a very Wicca kind of element here a little bit with this, a little bit with the sticks and the hair and the nature. It's a very naturey thing. It's not, it's usually not indicative of an evil spell of any kind, but there's some sort of energy manipulation that's happened here for a few of you. I want you to know you've got free will, all right? And I also say that because when I shuffle on strength, I get the devil at the bottom. And I did not know that was there until just 1 second ago when I looked. And the deck is breaking. You see where it broke? You saw it, right? It sat like that. You saw it, okay? Yeah. See what I'm saying? The tower. There's a lot of, this person somehow, either with a spell, it could be for a couple of you. It could be, I'm being drawn to that. But for most of you, it's not a spell. It's just someone who accidentally did some wicked voodoo in their fucking manifesting. They accidentally did some wicked fucking voodoo. You notice I got a magician here. I've got a lot of... I think it feels like a spell because it may very well be, but it could be just accidental. Okay? I don't think they did it on purpose because it gave me the magician. This is a novice. Right? This is someone running through the forest with a fucking magic wand, not realizing that every tree, as they swing it around, la 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 la, and every tree they walk past comes to life. You know, kind of a thing. And they're not looking back to see what they did. So, and this is some serious compelling, if you feel compelled to reach out to somebody, ask yourself, question that. Ask yourself, do I really want to do this? All right? Before you do it. That'll stop it in its tracks. You might even want to use the phrase, stop it. And then step back and use your free will. Decide if it's what you want to do. You can actually ask the energy around you with some feeling. Like a singer singing a fucking love song, big hit. With feeling, you can ask, is this something I actually want to do? And you'll get an answer. You will. You'll either still want to do it, and reach for that phone or reach for the internet or whatever, or you won't. You won't even be able to move. You'll just be standing there. Either way, somebody's trying to jumpstart with some wicked voodoo. Somebody's trying to jumpstart a new beginning with you. All right. Put this back like that. We're gonna pull the top cards. What's on top of the? What's on? Why is the strength card here? What's on top right here? 7 cups. Why is that here? The 4 of Pentacles. And what's the bridge? Judgment. Oh, man. Somebody is resurrecting something that's been gone. It may take... This is strange energy. It may take you a minute. This energy has been held back for a long time. You were never going to... whoever this person is, I will tell you right now, you were never going to reach out to this person. It wasn't even on your to-do list on page 212. Okay? You were never going to reach out to this person. You may have a hard time. I don't think they counted on this. I think somebody here accidentally did some wicked voodoo, manifesting you, being compelled to reach out to them. And I think you might be a little confused as to who you're supposed to reach out to even, in a way, all right? This can also tell me that it plays out a lot of different ways. Your initial reaction to it is either confusion or fear. That's your sign that it's in there. So for a lot of you, sometimes it plays out with you getting angry for no reason, like I said, if somebody's trying to manifest you. And sometimes it plays out where you just get a sudden urge to reach out to somebody. But also, in this case, for a lot of you, I'm being corrected a little bit. I think it plays out as, what is going on? You might be confused. You might be disoriented. You might be a little foggy-headed. Can I put it that way? You might suddenly feel paranoid for no reason. I get a little, when I put these two energies together, I get a little paranoid. You know, somebody who thinks somebody's behind them. You know, you're in the kitchen, you're cutting stuff up, and you keep looking behind you, think somebody's sneaking up behind you. It could feel that way. There's a lot of lot of powerful energies at play. I got judgment. I got the fucking devil. I got the fucking magician. I got the fucking Queen of Pentacles with the magician here. I've got some powerful shit. Okay, there's a lot of wicked voodoo in play here. Within this energy, within this, I'm reluctant to call it a spell. I don't think it is. I just think somebody accidentally hit the right frequency with their manifesting. All right? And I can see why. The Five of Cups is one of the cards that ends the separation phase of the soulmate cycle. Somebody here is manifesting in some wicked voodoo with some powerful regret energy. Which is why, again, you might feel a little paranoid. You might suddenly feel angry. You might suddenly... I can dig it. There is a lot going on here. This is a resurrection energy. This is something you were never going to call this person, like I said. You were never going to do it. It was never going to happen. Let's see what else the universe wants to tell you. Yeah, they totally want to hear from you. The Knight of Swords underneath that. You know, it is what it is. We'll put that there. Let's shuffle the deck. One card and a crossing card. What else you want to tell my people? It is what it is. That's where we're at. If it is someone who did a spell, having that involved means they're going to get some energetic slapback. Spells are dangerous. You have to know what the fuck you're doing. The Queen of Pentacles knows what she's doing, he or she. But this tells me that they didn't. They're doing stuff that's out of their depth. Okay? So if this is somebody who cast a spell, they're way out of their depth. Why do you have to know what you're doing? Because it's manipulation of energy. You're knocking energy out of balance, potentially, if it's not for the greater good of everyone involved. So if you do that spell and it's not for the greater good, you can cast a spell to steal somebody's spouse away from them, but if they have a happy marriage and it's knocking things out of balance for you to do that, you get some energetic slapback, what the kids call karma coming back on you. This person has some karma coming back on them for whatever they did here. That's part of the energy here. They're knocking energy out of balance. That's why you feel uneasy. That's why it makes you feel a little off. All right? Keep that in mind. That's all. One card to crossing card. I'm just letting you know in case there's anybody watching me who plays around with spells. It's got to be for the greater good. If you're going to cast that spell, you got to take the long view. And you got to do it like an energy reader, like I would. I always tell you, go 3 layers in. Before you start fucking with energy and casting spells, you need to go a good 8 or 10 layers in. And make sure, because you could break up somebody's marriage, you know, say it's abusive, Steve. It's for the greater good of everybody involved. But is it? You got to keep digging. You know, keep digging. Make sure. Might be, but keep digging and make sure. Right? Otherwise, you suffer. Here we go. I don't want that, so I'm giving you good advice. All right, here we go. Giving you advice this lady would give you right here. I'll tell you that. All right, here we go. Let's see where we're at. One card to crossing card. What do you want to tell my people? Anything? What you got? The 9 of Pentacles. And the 2 of Cups. That line from the guy, the most interesting man in the world. He says, stay thirsty, my friends. Right? Yeah. This is stay single, my friends. This is you are... somebody is knocking energy out of balance in their favor here. Keep that in mind. I'm not saying you shouldn't go with this person or do anything with this person, but I feel like what they're doing affects whoever this reading is for on a high level. It's probably for a lot of people, but it's probably only for a few on a high level. On a high level, this person showing back up, you reaching out to this person fucks something up in your life. Maybe you got a new relationship. Maybe you got a whatever. Maybe you're getting this reading because you've become paranoid and grumpy and you can't figure out why, and it's affecting your new relationship or it's affecting your new job. I'm giving you this reading so you can control this energy, okay? You could take your power back. That's all. All right? You can do what you want with this person when they come in, but I'm telling you, the act of their manifesting, what they're doing, the spell, the manifesting, compelling you to reach out, is knocking energy out of balance. And that's why this guy showed up. All right? And I will tell you because energy's always in layers, right? Yeah, they're manifesting with a ton of regret. Yep, I said that. Absolutely, which is definitely, we got a color match bringing them back. Absolutely. But also they're going to regret doing this because they're going to get some energetic slap back. So that regret also falls back on their head threefold. So, I don't know. Steer clear. Right? Stay single, my friends. All right. Anyway, protect your energy. That's all I'm saying. And if this might be future influence for you, or it might be happening right now, or it might be just happened in the recent past. Either way, it'll explain why you were feeling a certain way. All right? Tell the universe you don't want it. Say stop it. Or act on it, but act on it from an informed perspective with the information I've given you. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. Good luck.